Hey, what's up, YouTube? So, there are a lot of arguments that happen over YouTube, over the internet in general, but we're gonna go ahead and focus on this particular gaming community here. Very, very loosely used term on that for the most part. Is that, you know, there are a lot of arguments that end up, a lot of them are, you know, a lot of them end up with a whole back and forth that end up having like nothing to do with gaming. All of a sudden it's like living situations and jobs and who makes more money and who spends all their money and stuff like that. It goes back and forth, and what kind of job they have, and it goes back and forth like that. And the basic argument where it boils down to is some people say things like, well, look at this person trying to prove himself to other men over the internet. And they say it like, the way they say it, they say it to like try to like bring it down, to try and like use that as an insult. The whole prove themselves to other men over the internet, they try to use it as an insult, whether or not it's trying to be like some kind of like derogatory homosexual reference to or something like that, I don't know. But the point I'm trying to make here is they say it like a bad thing when in reality it's just another part of history. I mean, since the dawn of fucking time, men have been trying to prove themselves to other men. You know, since like the first caveman drew like a stick figure on the wall, and then the next caveman decided he's gonna draw like his whole stick figure family with like the pet saber-tooth tiger, and they're like, I don't know, I'm just saying, but like, they're trying to, you know, they're for the whole event of male history is us always trying to one-up each other. I mean, that's basically just the basis of all history, of all competition. Hell, for the most part, wars itself are fought over men trying to prove themselves over other men. You know, lead man here is trying to prove his nation, his religion is better than another man's religion. So, you know, we're all sitting here trying to prove. It's just written into our DNA. There's not much we can do about it. Now, I hope that one day, you know, we as society, maybe not through our generation, but maybe in the future, that we're able to rise above this barbaric and primal instinct that we have to do this whole thing of proving ourselves to other men. But right, like, throughout history, people have been trying to prove themselves to other men in so many different forms. In competition, in sports, in literature. Right now it's the internet. Our generation is the internet generation, and we're using this to try and prove ourselves to other men over the internet. So, as much as you try to act like it's a derogatory term towards other people, the fact is it's just hardwired into our DNA, and there's not much we can do about it. So when some people are trying to prove themselves to other men, it's just the way it is. I mean, it's not a damn thing we can do about it. I mean, it's who we are as men, alright? There's not much, I mean, like I said, maybe one day we'll overcome it, but for right now, we're always going to try to prove ourselves to other men. It's the basis of competition. I mean, when you're playing, like, either online or in a tournament, you're basically playing against other men, so you're trying to prove your skills are better than your fellow man. Alright, in the spirit of competition, and so forth and here, when you're trying to turn gaming or whatever, or your life situation to some kind of competition, you can't help it because you're a man, and as a man, you can't help but do this. Alright, so for those of you sitting there acting like trying to prove yourself, oh, he's trying to prove himself to other men over there, well, no shit, Sherlock, that's basically how we work. Alright, so if you want to sit here and act like that it's derogatory to do so, then stop doing it. But in the meantime, it's just gonna fucking happen, and we all at one point are gonna be able, we are gonna just not be able to deny this fucking instinct we have for right now. So if you think it's derogatory or wrong to try to prove, for one man to try to prove himself to another man on the internet, or over himself to another man on the internet, maybe you're the one who's not really a man.